Okay, you've read the title. Changing everything. Everything. Maybe not everything. I'm not about to tell you to sell all your worldly possessions and move to a log cabin in the woods. But recently, I've been settling into routine. Whether for better or worse, I've been walking the same streets that not too long ago was so exciting and a signifier of this brand new life that I was yet to create for myself. I was enamored by everything. I was seeing beauty in the objectively ugly. And now that I've got used to it, now that the novelty has worn off, the magical mundane is just the mundane. But here's the kicker. The magic hasn't disappeared. It's just waiting in new places for me to uncover it again. And when I do, when I finally rediscover this magic, it will eventually disappear again. And the cycle continues in this constant game of hide and seek. So, okay, this ordinary magic is gone right now. What do? Do you sit around and wait for it to reappear? Sure, there's power in that and it works, but that's a whole nother topic. Today I want to talk about how you can change everything without changing anything at all. When was the last time you took a slightly different route home? Walked a street that you usually skip? Tried a new cafe that you walk past but you never really pay attention to? Something like this, something so simple, has the power to completely change your outlook. And even as I'm saying this right now, I'm doubting myself. Like, surely such a simple thing can't have so much power as I'm giving it credit for. But every time, without fail, I'm reminded that even the smallest change to our monotonous routine can act as a palate cleanser and give us a completely new lease on life. 4 months ago, I left my home in the UK and I moved to Montreal in Canada, a city that I had never even visited, where I knew an entire one person. And I changed my name. Pretty drastic, right? Well, this was great at first. This was an exciting change for me, I'm in this new place. There's infinite number of things to discover. Pretty soon the novelty wore off, way quicker than I expected it would. And suddenly I felt like I had made this huge life change for nothing. I had uprooted my entire life. I had left my loved ones at home. I had left my friends. I had left this comfortable, familiar life in the UK. And prior to moving, I thought, this is going to be the move that makes me a whole new person. But instead of feeling like a new person, I was the exact same person. I was just now in an unfamiliar place. So what was the point? Now, after some confusion, some regret, I realized that reinvention is a constant process. Sure, I had moved to a city 3,000 miles from home, and that was exciting at first. But my work in creating this entirely new life for myself was far from over. I had to keep exploring new places, keep meeting new friends, keep trying new cafes if I was to really change my life. A lot of people talk about 5-year plans, changing your career, and all these external remedies to magically fix your life. But changing your life doesn't have to be this huge, drastic thing. Rich coming from me, right? As I just said, I moved to a whole new country. But oftentimes changing your life and changing your outlook is as simple as getting up from your desk and just walking around a new neighborhood that you've never explored before. But before you do that, I need you to finish the video. Please. I need the engagement. Something that helps me personally when I'm in a rut is cooking a new recipe. Cooking is something that I'm really passionate about, but despite this love, I often find myself defaulting to the same 3 dishes. And why wouldn't I? I mean, it's just convenient. I know exactly what the ingredients are. I know exactly where to find them in the shop. I know all of the steps to the recipe by heart, and most importantly, I know it tastes good. Breaking this routine of 3 dishes in rotation takes a bit of effort. I might spend a little bit more money on my weekly shop, but trying a new recipe disrupts this state of autopilot that I often slip back into. I guess what I'm trying to say is you should be trying to romanticize your life as much as possible. In a life where most of our week is spent working, just trying to survive, the only way, and I truly believe this, the only way to not go completely insane in this rat race is to find beauty in the completely mundane. I like to construct a narrative in my head. I'm not going to work. This is just the grind period of my life before this extravagant lifestyle that somehow is going to magically appear for me. You know, when I'm 40 and retired, I'm gonna be looking over a tropical lake, drink in hand, and I'll look back on right now and I'll think, that was important. Me working that minimum wage job was important to get me to right now. As hard as this might be right now, as tired as I am, this is just a necessary plot point in the movie that is my life. Your life doesn't have to be anything out of the ordinary for it to be a movie. You're writing the script, you've got the lead role, and you're filming all the scenes. Why not at least try and make it exciting for yourself?
今度は今度。今は今。